3M Clash of the Grinders Student Edition Season 2. An epic grinding and welding showdown. 12 students, 1 champion. Starts now. Previously on Clash of the Grinders, Team Tyler secured a resounding victory in round 1 by expertly slicing through a staggering number of steel bars. And Sebastian showcased his exceptional skills as an individual champion, earning the highest score overall in round 1.
My name is Sebastian Nelson, and I like to be outside a lot. I like to watch sunsets, go just on hikes, kind of be in touch with nature, just respect the land that we live in. The job that I do, I'm a commercial tire technician, and then I'm going to school full time. It's really hard on people. Usually they're like, oh man, I wouldn't ever do that, because it's just too much. But, it's all about willpower and trying to get to where you want to be at in life. Some of the support that I got surrounding me is my boss and coworkers, my woman and her family, like my family, my school. Everybody around me is really supportive. Things in my life that bring me joy are people that are just like outgoing and just like, even on the baddest downside of their life, like they're just positive, trying to keep everybody going, because it's like, you only got one life, man. Life just really teaches you lessons, and it teaches you how to have self-control and really manage your own emotions, because I think that's something that this world lacks of, is self-control of your emotions.
Now, hold on to your seats as we dive headfirst into the thrilling challenge awaiting us in round 2 of this competition.
My name is Adonis Harrison. I am from Porcupine, North Dakota. The population's pretty much 150. My mom basically raised me, and she taught me all the things that I know today, and I'm thankful for her. And I live with my grandparents right now. I say we're pretty close. My grandma and my mom, they're the ones that wanted me to do this competition, and I wasn't really too excited at first because I was still nervous about my abilities in welding, but they're the ones that pushed me, and I applied for it and I got it. I like to do projects with my cousin. He's the one that taught me welding. Try not to be shy, but I come off as shy, and then when I finally get to know people, I'll be open, I'll be more confident, energetic, and I'll be more, how should I say this, whimsical to them.
All right, everybody, welcome back to day 2 of Clash of the Grinders. We're gonna have a little bit more competition today between Team Matt and Team Tyler.
You really just got to take it one step at a time, and you really have to plan out what you're doing at each contest and make sure you just stay calm.
I like to work under pressure a lot, and I'm excited for this next part that's coming up. I'm gonna kick some butt.
I see everybody's already got their jackets on. We're getting ready to start the beveling competition right now. Team Tyler is in the lead. All right, so Team Matt, you are currently behind right now. What kind of advice do you have for your classmates?
Well, first of all, you guys all know the high respect I have for you for just being here. Yesterday, we talked about yesterday's competition being the long jump in the decathlon, so you got many more events ahead of you. So as a team, you guys are performing excellent. As individuals, I am so terribly impressed with your agility, your pivoting, your ability to work through adversity that we had a little bit yesterday. So let's just keep it up today. Listen to the training. Let's knock this guys out of the park.
Yeah. Team Tyler, how do you respond?
I think we keep doing what we did yesterday, right? There's a few more events, but learn from your teammates, learn from watching other people go, try and get some tips to maybe be even more efficient, but more than anything, just have fun. Keep that energy high, because that'll help throughout the whole competition, so keep it rolling.
Good. Right on. All right, so thanks for the great advice. So remember to pay attention to your safety talk, take everybody's advice that you can get, and let's get ready to do a beveling challenge. Yeah.
My name is Justin Parker. I come from a small country town. I don't really care much for big cities, but you know, it's nice to get away from once in a while. I like the team rope. I like to hunt, fish. I like the deer hunt. I grew up deer hunting a bunch, squirrel hunting, just about anything that I can eat, I'm on hunting. Outside of that, obviously I'm here, so I like to work with my hands. I grew up working with my hands. My granddaddy kind of got me into that, so that's why I'm in this field now. Coming out of high school playing high school football, I decided I didn't want to play college ball or anything. And what was I going to do? I didn't want to be behind a desk all day. And like I said, I grew up working with my hands, so why not get into the skilled trades? In the short time that I've been in it, I've met a lot of people that I share a lot of similarities with and that I enjoy being around. And I mean, those people, like I said, are great to me. So I mean, why not be able to pass that along to the next guy coming up into the skilled trades? The support I have in my life comes from a lot of different people. Of course, my family, those people that, you know, kind of help me out with the roping and the horses and everything. Things that bring me joy in life is family. Family and friends. I mean, I don't like to keep very many friends. I'm not a very social butterfly, but family. I love spending time with my family. Everybody has their ups and downs in life. I'd like to say that I haven't had a lot of either, I guess, or at least less downs than I have ups, but life just comes at you. As long as you keep your faith, everything will turn out to be all right.
Preparing for the next round, competitors will be tasked with the challenge of expertly maintaining a 45-degree bevel angle on a steel bar. They will be armed with the cutting-edge new 3M Cubitron 3 depressed center grinding wheel.
My name is Connor Lott. So I come from a very agricultural background. Some of my earliest memories were in the buddy seat of a combine. I am heavily involved in the FFA. It's the Future Farmers of America organization. I attend a lot of leadership camps and activities, and we go to contests. And one of the big things for us right now is welder rodeos. All of these contests are different, and all of them push you in a different way. Every one of them, I've learned something really critical that's helped me with the next one. So me and my family are very close. I've got 2 brothers. I'm the middle child. So me and my mom are close. She drove me to the airport right before I came here, and it was a very emotional moment for both of us. Me and my dad, we bond together more in the shop and outside, working cattle, working sheep. I'd always see my dad out in the shop, and he was fixing equipment or building fence. It just looked like a lot of fun. And I got to my first ag class, and I struck an arc that first time, and immediately I knew this is something that I want to do. Nothing beats that feeling of just watching that arc and watching it move and how you control it, and it takes time to get good at it, but I just don't think there's anything else that beats it.
All right, everybody, round 2, beveling challenge. Let's go.
Do it.
A lot of people are going to try to go in there and their edges are going to slope. So as long as you can keep that clean, consistent bevel, I think everybody will be fine.
I think I'm going to come out on first this round. I do a lot of that, and I just know I'm going to win.
All right, welders, start your grinders. And in 3, 2, 1,
As sparks fly and metal sizzles, the pressure is on for our contestants to deliver their best work yet.
Most of the pressure from the competition comes from waiting in line. You just see the teammates go one by one. When it's actually my turn, I get up there and take my sweet time.
To handle the pressure, I usually just try to think no one is there and I'm just there by myself, focusing on the work that is ahead of me.
Once again, points will be given for individual skill and team achievement.
I think when I start thinking, I get in my own head, and that's when everything starts flowing. That's why I get the real pressure. But the more I try to stay out of my own head and just let it be what it's gonna be, that just kind of helps me deal with the pressure of it all.
Competitors can earn up to 10 points from each judge, with the potential to earn up to 3 points each for achieving a knife edge finish, maintaining a consistent 45-degree angle, and a visual aesthetic. And 1 point for completing the task.
I really like that wheel. I mean, it just kept biting.
So the Cupidron 3 wheel really, I personally loved it compared to all of the other discs that I had, just because I have to put a lot of torque into it. But with that one, I believe it has ceramics into it. It doesn't heat up as much, so it's not like melting it to make it gooey on the disc itself. If I was to do that same thing with my grinder at home, no, it would take me a lot longer to do that.
Additionally, 5 bonus points will be given to each player on the winning team with the highest cumulative points for this round.
The 3M grinding wheel really helped. It wanted to take a lot of metal out at a time. It was real nice because even if I didn't put enough pressure on it, it still wanted to take metal off and it still left that nice finishing edge like I wanted it to.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Time for some more judging. Judges are ready to carefully examine each one of your coupons. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you guys come up in the order that you went, starting with Caleb. How do you think it went out there?
It went pretty well. By the time I was done with it though, man, I was like numb all the way through. I gave that thing my all, so.
Excellent consistency on the angles and across the entire bevel.
Thank you.
Can see the finishing marks where you took a little bit of time to finesse it. So, well done.
Nice work. So how did you feel out there?
It wasn't too bad. I think I got a little bit nervous. I think I did one of these and got my angle off pretty good, but.
It's a visually consistent finish, I'll say that. Too shallow on the angle and too flat on the knife edge.
Yeah, you gotta remember, knife edge means like nice and sharp. If we got a flat on there, you know, we gotta get that thing up a little bit more.
And that was due to just being too far at an angle.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to welding too, like if they're calling for any kind of root face on there, if you don't have a tolerance, you want that thing, like, it all depends on your application, but at the same time, if they're calling knife edge, really get it down there.
Exactly.
How do you think you did?
I think I did pretty good. I did in the middle, not get it all the way down. I was too busy focused on trying to get that knife edge because the way I was looking at it, by the time I need to remove more material, it was a little too late. So it's like I'd rather have one thing done and not have both.
That's a great knife edge.
It's really good.
I had to get down low and check it out. I seen it was like a little too thick. I'm like, let me get down there and look at what's going on, and I straightened it out.
Yeah, so nice job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Looks good. Well, how do you think you did?
Like everybody else, I think I did pretty good. Just wish I had maybe 5 more seconds or so. Just get one more little finish pass on it.
Kyle is impressed, I think.
That's good. That's good.
That's a great job. There's not much else I can add to that.
Good job.
Done.
Nice job. Well done. Well, what do you think?
It was fun.
You had a good time?
I had a good time. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I got
you really-
that adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
I want to keep going.
Yeah.
Angles look great.
Yeah, right off the bat, excellent consistency with your angle on the bevel.
It was actually a new position. I was going a little blind into this. I'm used to having it upwards vertically,
Yeah.
and this one was new. So
Nice work.
Good job, Jasmine.
I'm just kind of hoping that angle's on.
45.
Yep, 45.
Did you check it?
No, sir.
No checking. You got that ichrometer.
It's just kind of eyeballing it. I already had my marks pretty good. I know I have a really good knife edge on there. Just one spot that I kind of nicked it.
The part of the knife edge is so sharp that you can see where it's actually kind of broken off a bit because that's how thin you got it at that knife edge. So
Nice
that's
job.
impressive.
Nice job. Well played, well played. What do you think? How did it go out there?
It could have been better.
When you ran that grinder, did you feel that thing want to dig into that material? You know, with time and experience, you'll be able to kind of combat that, you know, especially with that kind of disc on there. They eat.
Nice job. Well, what do you think?
Oh, well, I did a pretty terrible job on the last one, but now I feel kind of more redeemed.
Okay. This is an excellent finish. Like, quality of surface finish is very, very good and quite consistent. Knife edge needs to be sharper.
Good job, Tom.
Nice. Well, how did it go out there?
Could have done way better.
Could have done way better.
Yeah.
What would you change?
I would change, I spent too much time on the top and then the bottom. Yeah.
It's a little off on the angle and the knife edge.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got some really nice consistency with it, so you can tell that you were really working at it, you know, with the right rhythm, maybe a little bit more time, and it would have had that knife edge that we're looking for.
Nice work. You're pretty fired up out there, I could tell.
Oh, not really. But
I thought you were.
Yeah,
You were ready to go.
I tried my best. I feel like the outsides of it, the angles were kind of good, but I know in the middle I got real high on it. I'm real inconsistent right through that spot, but
The finish looks pretty good. I can see it
I
from here. It
agree.
looks pretty
I think
good.
The finish looks pretty
well,
good.
I'm glad that y'all think so.
Angle's actually a little steep.
Yes, sir.
But consistent again.
Very consistent.
Thank you.
Good job.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
What I noticed was some people weren't removing enough material, so I went out there and I just got after it.
Mm-hmm. Looks like you delivered. He's about to cut that cut-resistant glove on that thing.
So you can see where you're getting after it, right? You kind of gouged into a little bit inconsistent on your angle.
Okay.
But that knife edge is outstanding.
Nice job, Connor.
Thank you.
Last but not least, Sebastian, bring it on down. There you go.
You were really bearing down on this, weren't you?
Yeah, a little bit. My grinder stopped. It stalled out a little bit.
Stalled out the grinder.
Yeah.
45.
Well, if the grinder's stalled out, you still got the angles.
You had that knife edge at the start.
Yeah, I know, dude. A little bit more
Lost
time
it.
would have got me.
Yeah.
But
If you would have had maybe like 10 more seconds, it would have been real good. So, and I can see too some spots where you were bearing down just at the top of that bevel. I can see some little valleys in there.
So there's actually even burn through on the back side of the part.
So it's pretty warm.
I've seen
so-
that too.
Yeah.
So you were really bearing down on that.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice. All right, that's everybody. So the round 2 winner, we're just gonna get right into it. It's gonna be Bren with 29 points. All right, all right. Team winner for the team challenges. It's gonna be Team Tyler. 126 points.
Oh, it felt amazing to win. I'm in first place right now by a couple of points. I just need to keep winning so I can stay ahead and not really have to worry about too much. Just kind of keep calm.
I think I did good, but there's people that's better than me, so I got to step up my game.
If I had a little bit more time, I think it would have came out great.
I think the round went okay. I definitely did not perform the greatest, not as good as I wanted to. I did pretty well with the wheel itself, but my bevel itself got a little out of angle.
I could have done way better.
In the upcoming round, each competitor will face challenges individually. No more team bonus points. But the team spirit did forge an unbreakable bond among the competitors and an appreciation for each other's contributions and talents.
Even if we're on different teams, we just talk to each other and try to improve on our mistakes and try to let everyone else not do those mistakes.
Titus, he volunteered to go first, and that's a big thing. Since going first means you have all the stress, I'm very thankful that he took the initiative to do that.
Randy, he did great. That knife edge and everything is just a fine finish, dude. And the time that he was given, perfect.
Caleb, first to go up, and he put a really high bar up for everybody.
Jasmine, she just got it done. Made it look really easy.
Caleb and Jasmine, they did really good and they didn't let the pressure get to them.
Caleb, he was grinding all that metal. Oh my God. I was like, yes, I want to be him when I grow up.
Get ready for the next episode where competitors showcase their grinding and finishing skills like never before. Who will emerge victorious? Tune in to Clash of the Grinders, Student Edition, Season 2 to find out.